What is up, everybody? Hey, I'm just wanting to check in and say, hey, how you doing? I'm in one of my favorite places to be, right here on Duval Street. I got the Sloppy Joe's right here behind me. Hey, how you doing? Wow, what a crazy adventure I've been on. It just gets more fun and more fun as time goes on. What a beautiful place I'm in, Key West. I freaking absolutely 100% love it here. Just something I wanted to share. You know, when I was born as a little kid, I believe I had just the kindest spirit. You know, I just had love for the world, and I hate saying this, the saying. I feel like kind of in a way I was a product of my environment. I grew up in a rough town, Flint, Michigan, and boy was it tough. And it just seems like from an early age, I just learned that the nice guy didn't win. It was the bad boy that got the girls and this and that. I remember being in elementary school and everybody was just friends and everybody got along. And I remember this still to this day. I remember going into middle school and I went to go sit down at the cafeteria and everybody was divided into three different groups. You had like the nerds. Back then, you know, we had like the rock and roll type. It was the 80s crowd. And then you had the preppy people. And I remember walking into that lunchroom and I looked around and my real true friends that looking back were more of like the 80s group, the rock and roll people. I don't know what the name of the group was, but for whatever reason, I went and sat with the preppy people. And I felt uncomfortable the whole time because I didn't have the money, I didn't have the nice clothes, but for whatever reason I wanted to fit in with those people. You know, looking back and being honest, it was because I maybe I thought it's because they got more attention, more people wanted to be like them, the girls were maybe hotter. As to come to find out later in life, you know, the girls that were just average, they ended up turning out to be the most beautiful ones, looking at their you know, their posts on social media nowadays. But so, you know, back to being that product of my environment or whatever, is it was part of it was kind of survival. I was just kind of faking it, being the bad boy, because I wasn't the preppy guy. I tried that, and then I tried being the bad boy, and it wasn't really me, but it worked a little bit. You know, it got me some attention and stuff. I've been an attention seeker my whole entire life. I was the class clown, whatever I could do. But realizing, looking back, is I was never ever really comfortable in my own skin. I used alcohol as that's what gave me, you know, they called me Crazy D growing up in school and stuff because I was crazy. And I realized that got attention, and I love attention. I wanted to be, you know, so I was always doing outrageous and crazy shit. You hear me? And so I just want to share this a little bit with you today. Is one thing I'm noticing is a lot of people come down to Key West. They are soul searching. They are looking for themselves and whatever. And here today is I'm feeling way more comfortable in my skin. I don't have to be that bad boy, that bad guy to get attention or try to get the women or whatever. Is, you know, they're one thing I love about the community down here in Key West is they have bumper stickers everywhere. It says one human family. Is Key West truly is a different type of town. I'm learning, and I can be more comfortable in my own skin and be myself. And myself, what I've always wanted to do is I've always wanted to be loved and care about people, and just bringing back that little childhood innocence is what I'm trying to do. And I don't feel like anybody's judging me for it or whatever. Lately, I've been in a really, really good mood, and, you know, I'm smiling everywhere. It's almost to an extreme. There's some people that they walk around and they're always just frowning. You know, I see them different work, you know, places that I visit a lot, and just, you know, me being around, I can tell that sometimes it just irritates the shit out of some people because I'm just happy and I'm smiling, and they're like, you know, what is this guy? What, you know, who does he think he is, or what does he got, or whatever. There's a lot of people I've noticed that they try to duplicate and imitate the happiness that I have, but there's no duplicating it. Money can't buy the happiness and the love that I have right now. The love that I have for myself. That's one thing that I'm learning is finding happiness. Is what I'm doing is finding it right here in myself. I'm not looking for it in other people. I'm not looking for, I don't have this idol, or I don't have this mentor, or I'm not trying to find it in a woman or anything like that. I'm not trying to find it in a job or money or anything like that. I'm truly finding peace and happiness within myself. And if these other things come along, like if money does come along, or success and whatever that may be, finding a beautiful wife or whatever, who knows? I'm not in a rush or even really worry about that so much. But whatever happens. I'm really just going with the freaking flow. I'm enjoying freaking life. Is like, the one thing I can say is I go on Facebook and I see a lot of people going through different things. I see people on my social media, I go through there and I look, and I see people saying that they just don't want to live anymore. They want to freaking die. I watch people that are going through cancer, all of these different things. People have gone through strokes and things, and there's a lot of people that wear masks. And they pretend like they're happy, but then, I see the real side of it. It's like social media can be a little pretending thing, and I'm not on here pretending at all. I show you guys my good times, my bad times. Right now is just a beautiful freaking moment in my life, and I know it's not always gonna be like that. I'm gonna have my ups and my downs, but for right now, it's going really, really good, and I'm trying to build this strong foundation in myself that when I do come across these hurdles or these things that's gonna happen in my life, which I have no clue what it is, So I just have to share these ups and these down moments. Right now, is things are just going really super good. I'm finding out so much about myself. I'm digging deep into myself. I'm learning to love myself. It sounded like a selfish thing my whole life. But that's where I'm really finding my peace, is finding it's okay to love and care about myself and put myself first. And then all these other things can happen. Hey, I'll just try to spread a little bit of positivity and love on here sometimes. And my mind is growing and maturing. I hope you all can see that. Sometimes I get a little off, track and get a little weird and stuff. But that's just part of being real and being authentic is, sometimes I'm learning so much about myself. Like, I feel bad when I going off talking about my higher power and stuff, because I'm just figuring things out. I'm trying not to push that on anybody. I'm just trying to show you guys what I'm going through, the process, so we can look back. This is like a video diary for me, because my memory is not always that super great, and I look back at these things and I can remember them, and it helps me grow. I'm learning so much. I really don't have anything much more to say than that. It's summertime. Everybody, hopefully y'all are getting out of the house, and if you're having trouble, with finding happiness, and you see me, the only suggestion I can give to anybody out there is you have to look in it for yourself first. You're not gonna find it in a man or a woman or a job, That's just my personal opinion of what I'm learning. With that, I'm out of here. Hope y'all have a good day. See you later.